Hey, happy Friday, Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you guys are ready to enjoy it, and hopefully we get some good weather, which typically we don't always. And do I have the wrong hat on? What is going on here? How did that happen? Wild stuff. But yeah, I did come in here with a camouflage hat that matched my clothes. Wardrobe malfunction. But so somebody just joined the group and said they work for Runner's World. It's kind of sparked this in my mind. As far as like my reels and some of the stuff you see me put out, sometimes I'm busting balls a little bit, lacking context, or just like maybe being sarcastic or over pushing a point to drive a certain point. I might say like, sleep is more important than diet and training combined, which it probably isn't, but I'm just trying to emphasize that you need to get the fuck in bed. So when I come out and say, running sucks for fat loss, does it suck for fat loss? A little, just because it beats up your body, and if you're running on pavement and say you're over 200 pounds, it's definitely going to beat you up over time, wear and tears. You could probably get an effective cardio workout on a treadmill, on a Stairmaster, whatever it is. But as far as running distance and running, when people say running, I'm always going to say running sucks, it's the method in which people do it. Say like people that go jogging, it's like they run 3 miles or 2 miles or whatever it is, and they do that forever. Like they start running and they run 2 miles, and 30 years later, they're still running 2 miles and it's still taking them the same amount of time. They're running the same distance. Everything is the same. Like you're putting yourself in a position where nothing is going to change, and your body is going to get more efficient at running that 2 miles, and it's going to burn less calories over time because your body is so used to doing it. Like that would be the equivalent of me as like, an 8th grader, 10th grader, 9th grader, whatever, going into the gym and benching 65 pounds for 10 reps the first time. And then when I'm 30, still benching 65 pounds for 10 reps. And we know damn well if we did that for 30 years, we are going nowhere. That's what I bring up with running, where people don't have any sort of progressive overload or no sense of getting better at it or doing anything to make their body burn more calories or drop more weight or do anything different. I bring up a lot of times, like I ran 3 miles a day for 2,500 and 5 consecutive days. And I was still the same fat ass on day 1 as day 2,500. I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So why would I get better? And, let me be the one that F's this shit up and then tells you not to do it. So, I've been working out a really long time, and I have to say I've made more errors than I've done the right thing. I've been miserable with my body for a longer time than I've liked it. In terms of running, if that's the method that you're going to use, even though I don't love it because it beats you up, you got to do something to get better at it. Like, some of my clients that like running, some days we might have like a day where we run a mile or 2 miles for improved time. So every week we try to get better. And then maybe we have another day where we run for 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, we try to get further than the last time we ran 15 minutes. Every time we get better, we get better, we get better. And now you have clients in their 50s that their VO2 maxes are improving. And if those metrics are improving, you're getting much healthier and you're going to live longer. So as far as that, and then like we'll mix in days on the treadmill or the bike where we sprint every 3rd minute or every 2nd minute, and just different manipulations of cardiovascular capacity that are going to increase our VO2 and increase our energy expenditure. And just it's GPP, just general physical preparedness, that it's just going to allow us to do more work over time. And then, if we're running and we're actually getting into better cardio fitness, we can bring that into the gym and get more intense sets for longer. But if we're running 2 miles a day for 20 years, we're not bringing that into the gym and getting better. We're just doing the same shit over and over, and your weightlifting is a whole different thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to reiterate that I might bust balls and say running sucks, but it's more so the method at which people do it, where they don't do it to get better in any sense. And I just remember, I can look back to like people who ran in my neighborhood as a kid, and I watched them run every day for 10 years, and on year 10 they were just as fat as year 1. And that sucks. Like, we're not trying to like work hard to work hard. We want to get some sort of result, right? I know working out feels good and you get the mental health benefits and shit, but we want to change as well, right? I bring this up all the time, and even now with like the GLP drugs and things like that, and these people starving themselves and pumping these drugs, and yeah, you're losing weight, but that doesn't mean you look better. That doesn't mean you're improving. Just because the scale says a lower number, that doesn't mean you look better. Like, you lost your muscle, your ass looks like a fucking pancake. You're not getting better. And I think this is something that people get stuck on this, get so caught up with the scale, and there's, you know, they're on these GLP drugs, and before you know it, you look like you have fucking AIDS. But, you know, it becomes even more important to weight train and eat right and hold on to your muscle. There's nothing wrong with using these things or any other thing if you're going to use it properly and intelligently. But if you're going to use it as a crutch, you're going to get screwed. But if you use these things properly, the GLPs, they can change your life. So it's like, you know, I keep saying it can give you your dream body. If you put in the work and do what you got to do diet-wise, it can completely change your life. And then if you don't put the work in or do what you have to do, it's going to be a goddamn nightmare. You know, if you want these things to work for you, you have to work as well. It's a tool. It's not a crutch. It's supposed to work with you, not work for you. You know, it only works if you work. All right, everybody enjoy your Memorial Day. We're going to hit up some Legoland on Sunday. I'm pretty pumped. And yeah, enjoy yourselves. And then we come out trying to drop some body fat come Tuesday. And yeah, let's go. Summer's here. Don't take it for granted. I just feel like Memorial Day hits us like a ton of bricks like it is right now. And then, you know, get your summer cracking. Start doing some stuff. Go to the beach. Do something. Because I feel like you blink and then 4th of July is here. And then we're going this way on summer. And then before we know it, we have football season. Not that that's not awesome, but still, we don't want to rush through the summer. But enjoy yourselves this weekend. Enjoy your family. And let's get it, everybody. Wow.